Welcome to Damu Keyway Conversations. My nigga Yael will be pulling up. You know the Keyway pop star. He does what he do when he does what he do. You know what I'm saying? So we on Clubhouse already. Hit that like button on your way in and share it to a friend. Remember, you're here with Yael and Deuce Sims, the Damu Keyway Conversation. We on Clubhouse already. You hoe ass niggas respect and harbor rats. Death of the Clout Chaser, Zesty 280, and Ghost. Based on Death of the Clout Chaser is the biggest Clout Chasers. We not even gonna put their name on our YouTube shit, but on some Clubhouse shit, we'll go ahead and let them know where we at, and we pull them up. You know what I'm saying? I just had pulled Chuck up. He ran, but he probably listening, just like everybody that we already got on YouTube, man. Salute to the whole team, man. G Matt, what up?
What up? Let's go.
Smoked Out TV, what it do?
Salute.
Henny Gang in the building. Bo Monty, what up, bro?
Yo, salute. What's up to the team?
Oh, you can't talk? You on the plantation right now, my nigga?
No, I'm at the house. I'm gonna go to the plantation at 12 tonight.
Hey, listen, good.
I'm here, though.
Hey, listen, that plantation is a little bit more leisurable than that other plantation. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
yeah. Yeah, man. But salute to you, man. Keep doing what you doing, man. That's what we do. Hey, Yael, you can hit that link. We live already. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at him. Macaroni. Hey, yeah.
16-hour shifts. I'm with my business partner. You know,
Look. He's trying to cap her. Listen. We live, bro. We on YouTube.
Send the link.
I already did. Let me send it to your phone. Man, I'll tell you this. If you don't send it to my phone on the left side, you know what I'm saying? Let me see where that nigga name at, man. This nigga got a nigga doing all this. Hold up. What's happening, though, in the chat? Stay active in the chat. The chat is where it's at. Let me send, let me type his name in, man. I ain't got no time to look through that shit. Boom. In the chat on YouTube, I'm going to call y'all back. Salute, Henny Gang with the red and blue hearts. Young Rome, a.k.a. salute. Young Rome, a.k.a. Baby Dig. You say, I'm here. Hit that like button for show. Keep that rubber on the road. Damu Keyway Conversation. Salute, kings and queens. Salute. Hey, look, when y'all come in, hashtag ETE, what it do? They know that we got to work. You know what I'm saying? When I got to work, it ain't no fake work. It ain't no, nah, nigga, when I got to work, nigga, ain't no fake work. Ain't no bullshit. But that same nigga made fake paperwork. Megan Davis, what up? Salute, Sherm, salute. Deuce, y'all, chat, what's good? Oh, yeah, they active in the chat. As soon as Yael come on, we'll get into this content. But hit that like button and share, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to definitely get it. This is a real controversial issue. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of street niggas and involved in this and got interest in this. And you got people saying that multiple people are snitching and this investigation still going on and it's bad blood. You know what I'm saying? They're making these hell of an accusation against each other. But we're going to get into the paperwork. We're going to get into a little bit about what was going on. When we collaborated with Death of the Clout Chasers, who turned out to be the biggest clout chasers. You know what I'm saying? The first cyber jack on the YouTube, nigga. You seen them clowns talking to Pooh Shiesty lawyer. They sounded dumb, bro. Sometimes you just got to keep your mouth closed. VP, Hoover Stomp, what up? Salute, fool. ODM Slim, what up? What up? Nigga in this mug. Yeah.
Damu Keyway conversation.
So I was telling them how this is a controversial issue. Jdiggz saying that Meech called him and Blue DaVinci told Blue DaVinci he loved him, but he a rat bastard.
Right.
And he was already on the line with Blue. So now it comes to, well, you got the head of the case, which has a lot of credibility when you get to say who snitched or not, right? He the head of the indictment, right? And then after that happened, you had these ball jackers, you know what I'm saying, over here hugging CS2 back balls, you know what I'm saying? And they had them over there modded up for about a year and a half after they heard what we finna get into, that Jdiggz spoke. You know what I'm saying? So Jdiggz sounds like another credible person. You know what I'm saying? And actually, he really had love for and really loved the nigga Blue. But he said he just don't fuck with rats.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Man.
we gonna get into that. And then, so I guess Blue don't do something and jump to the beat of CS2 back drum. He ended up with Pop LQ. And he was told 600 to pull up. 600 said they trying to line me up. Nigga ran to the internet talking about they trying to line me up. If we wasn't already under investigation, we definitely know we're under investigation now, right? Nigga, what you mean line you up? Nigga happened to be there. They doing some kind of podcast shit. And with Yuck Mouth and all of them, you know, Pop LQ with the regime. And the nigga called him, and that's what he asked. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as that happened, these niggas snaked him. They couldn't wait. It's just in their nature, right? They snake Blue. My exposers, I don't know how they gonna feel about how you got at me and about this. You gotta be with them or you gotta be with us. Them, us, what is you talking about? Bro, we don't have nothing to do with Blue DaVinci. Nothing.
Not a not a nothing, nigga. Regardless of whatever a nigga think, nigga, we don't got nothing to do with that dude, homie. We don't fuck with niggas that make proffers. We don't fuck with niggas that talk to coppers.
You see my sweater, right? You know what I'm saying? I wore it. It was
never.
tenfold, you know what I'm saying?
I'm hating. Where mine at?
I'm gonna plug you with the connect. You know what I'm saying? Never
Where
told.
Mine never told that, nigga. I never told. Where nigga?
Well, we got a super chat, y'all, and I'm finna get into this content because I know that's what they waiting on. Go ahead and get that one out.
Man, listen, we got a motherfucking super chat in this bitch, man. Shout out to 400 Circle Media with the $2 super chat with the salute and 100. Y'all know we keeping it 100 over here, way more 100 than the CS2 back character. Salute to you, 400 Circle Media. Salute, appreciate it. Anything that is given to the Damu Keyway Conversation team is highly appreciated. Salute to you, blessings to you and your family, brother or sister, man. Damu Keyway Conversations.
Damu Keyway Conversation. So what got me into this, we finna get into this content. So what really got me on this, and we're gonna get into the chat. Let me share this with y'all, man. And I'm sitting back, you know, I'm kind of like old-fashioned, came up with them type of principles and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm kind of like a relic or a dinosaur or something.
So I seen yesterday, it was all over the internet that Meech had came home. And you know,
this is Supreme McGriff.
Everybody's talking about it, everybody's posting it, but my cousin, Gerald Prince Miller, he came home last month, and it wasn't the same reaction. It wasn't even half the reaction. So in my mind, in my eyes, I'm like, yo, we don't celebrate the real ones. We don't celebrate somebody that did 34 years in the penitentiary that never had no allegations, no type of smudge, no type of smear on their name, none of that. Like, we don't celebrate those people no more. Like, 34 years down, never told, never spoke, never chirped, never murmured, none of that. Like, we don't celebrate those people no more. And I'm not saying Meech did whatever, but I'm just saying, like, my cousin came home and it wasn't the same energy. So I'm just telling y'all, when shit get lit, don't come over here, man. Don't come over here when it get lit, man. Y'all eating meat up crazy yesterday, yo. And I don't like that shit, man. My cousin did 34 years, man. Celebrate him. We gotta celebrate him, man. Put in. Yo, something very, very, very disturbing came to my attention, right? It's early in the morning, so I got time to reflect and think when I'm driving and stuck in traffic and all that. So I seen yesterday, it was all over the internet that Meech had came home, and everybody's talking about it, everybody's posting it, but my cousin Prince Miller, he came home last month, and it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same reaction. It wasn't even half the reaction. So in my mind, in my eyes, I'm like, yo, we don't celebrate the real ones. We don't celebrate somebody that did 34 years in the penitentiary that never had no allegations, no type of smudge, no type of smear on their name, none of that. Like, we don't celebrate those people no more. Like, 34 years down, never told, never spoke, never chirped, never murmured, none of that. Like, we don't celebrate those people no more. And I'm not saying Meech did whatever, but I'm just saying, like, my cousin came home and it wasn't the same energy. So I'm just telling y'all, when shit get lit, don't come over here, man. Don't come over here when it get lit, man. Y'all eating meat up crazy yesterday, yo. And I don't like that shit, man. My cousin did 34 years, man. Celebrate him. We gotta celebrate him, man.
Smart brother. Welcome to Damu Kiwi Conversations. So that's Kenneth Supreme McGriff Jr. That's Preem's son. You know what I'm saying? And Prince is his cousin. Prince did 34 years, and I didn't hear about it till I seen this video. Somebody who's in good standing within this community, a legend. 34, took his hit, didn't rat, didn't squeal, has no allegations. You know what I'm saying? Wait, what did he say? Shout out Prince. He is an East Coast legend. The world don't know him. The world know Meech. That's why the world salute him. But I mean, it's a difference between having allegations and not having allegations, right? I mean, that really says a lot about niggas' morals or in their moral compass and lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas, you can't, I just look at it sideways, right? Because the only niggas that like and feel comfortable with rats is rats. Or potential rats. Because they ain't had the chance yet. You know what I'm saying? Niggas might not been caught up in that crew. You know, but given the opportunity, they telling you what the hell they gonna do. But let's get into this next video, man, in this next clip. What you think about that, y'all?
Oh, you already know how I feel. So basically, this brother then kept it solid 34 years. Didn't say a word to them people. Did his time, legal or illegal, and he come home and they basically blank him. They just ignore him. But you got a dude who did a 3-party snitch, allegedly, a 3-party cooperation plea, and this man gets praised to the highest degree of authenticity. When you got brothers like yourself, me, G Mac, Bomani, Messi, who done kept it solid all our career, and we getting crucified for keeping it solid, for standing on morals. I got homies, right? Or I ain't gonna call them homies. I got associates that I know from my community that's attached to this quote unquote BMF movement, and they don't know how to read paperwork, bro. They don't know how to read
CS2
paperwork.
back in them.
Like just like CS2 back in them, they don't know how to read paperwork.
Jack, they're the clout chasers.
They attach themselves to the name, to the identity, to the it's popular. It was a movement back in the day. Who don't want to be attached to some real authentic shit, right? We all do. When it's real and the morals is set, but when it's not, and you're not acknowledging it for what it really is, bro. Niggas standing on principles and morals, bro. All of that stuff is fugazi, bro. And me personally, I'm glad I cut niggas off of my community. I'll do it again in a heartbeat, bro. And it's not even just that, dudes. And I'm gonna land on this. If you praising dudes like that, I concur with you say. You got rat in you, or you ain't got the chance yet. If you hide paperwork, if you know somebody got allegations and you hiding paperwork, you got that's you not a real dude, bro. You part of that problem that we talking about.
That nigga 400 Circle Media, shout out 400 Circle Media. He said, Fed said Blue can't rap.
He can't rap and he's a rat. That rhymes. A nigga that can't rat had to rat to get stacks. You feel me? These dudes is not like us, bro. And respectfully, I'm glad they not, bro. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be a divide. We not supposed to coagulate, meaning we not supposed to come together with dudes like that. And I don't want to. That's what Damu Kiwe conversation is, bro. Salute.
So then I ended up getting this I made this post. I seen Papoose, right? You seen this? I put it on YouTube.
Hey, dudes, you got to use your networking. Hey, Big U. Hey, man, listen. Papoose, Supreme, y'all need to tap in with the Damu Kiwe conversation team, bro.
Yeah, we'd love to speak with you, brothers. Build with y'all, God. Hey, but hey, I said a good name is worth more than gold. In the end, the solids will float to the top. Stop expecting everyone to live up to your standards and morals. If it was that easy, your value wouldn't be creme de la creme. Hashtag scientifically proven. So what Papoose said was police got the blue code. The mafia has the code of silence. The government has the gag order. Politicians plead the fifth, yet they try to make our culture think snitching is okay. Snitches is not a street thing. It's just morally wrong. Hashtag food for thought. What you think about that?
Brother, I don't know if the creator was on your, like, if he just led you to your spirit to come on this topic heavy today, brother, but this is my type of content. This is what I love to talk about because of my personal experiences with my community and my brothers. And the fact that this brother said this, the fact that Papoose went through a horrible breakup with Remy Ma, trash bag type females, and then he gets on this live and he gets on his post and say things like this. Man, I love it, man. This is the era to divide. We don't need to come together. We need to divide.
No, definitely, bro. I think we lost you, y'all.
We need to come together right now. This is what we need. We don't gotta be from the same hood. And this is what I'm talking about. It's okay for the police to not snitch on their fellow officer. It's okay for the government to have a fifth. Oh, I plead a fifth. It's okay for the mafia to have a code of silence. Lasagna got the G because you silent like lasagna. It's okay for all of that. But when it comes to the street code of what we got, we praising the snitches and crucifying the real niggas. That's why I am my brother's keeper. That's why I will never do a crime if I can't do the time, or be a coward and say, you know what? I want to go back home and do the same shit I was doing. So I'm going to give up some niggas that's doing the same shit I'm doing. Or go ahead and lie on an innocent person like Freddie Sanders. We're going to just lie on people and put them in jail because Freddie Sanders stood on business. Freddie Sanders beat niggas up because they was out here snitching and lying on people. I am Freddie Sanders. I am Cuffy. I am niggas like that get ridiculed for standing on business. You niggas is professional meat handlers, bro. You niggas is a disgrace to what we stand on. And you don't got to be a gang member to stand on this, bro. I know niggas that don't bang that stand on morals and principles more than the street niggas. So-called. Yeah, dudes. I ain't gonna be long-winded, but you already know where I'm going with it. I'll be ready to squabble up with niggas.
Do that. Oh, real quick. What's the name said that what'd he say? It was supposed to be over a girl. As far as here go, Montega. He said, as far as I know, this allegation is all over a female that was connected to both Meech and the dude claiming Meech ratted. The girl told, as far as I know, from what I've seen about this. Well, I'm glad that you spoke on that because we got the paperwork.
Salute, Montega.
And we gonna get into that tonight, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, dude, what you say?
Tonight.
We got the content.
We got the content.
Come on, man.
But I just really want to just let you see different perspectives. So for those who do value themselves, they do value moral, they do strive to be the best themselves and to be an example to their children and even those in their family who might look up to them for guidance, right? That hold themselves to that higher standard. It starts with accountability. A man comes and brings immediate structure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And what it is the rebellious nature of this generation after adopting these Americanized morals, right? Capitalistic morals.
Mm-hmm.
They don't believe in accountability. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't like structure. They like to run around like chickens with their head cut off. And that's what the feds intended with COINTELPRO from the 60s. Knock down the body, the head, knock down the head, the body will fall.
Yep.
So remember, a lot of these dudes, you know how, and not all females is like that, but I've had experiences with females, you know what I'm saying, who specifically regularly would never want to be held accountable.
Man.
Like they could be dead ass wrong and they still don't like accountability. So you have that characteristic and that trait being molded as our sisters is the first teachers of our next generation. Molding that because they're in single homes. We fighting about all of this and a whole bunch of other shit. And then you get what they call bitch-made niggas.
Beta males.
And salute to all the single moms that did it, found a way to raise up upstanding men. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens, right? But they say it takes a man to raise a boy because a boy is already looking at his mom, and when she reacts, he believes reacting like that because he's following behind her actions is cool, but she's reacting off emotions. That's why you have bitch-made niggas. That's what it means. You know what I'm saying? These beta males, you're going to get that. They don't want a structure. They don't want accountability. So look at just some of these comments. So if I see an old lady get knocked over the head and her purse snatched, I can't call the police and give a statement, shaking my head. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. This dude name is Muck the General. This nigga claim he a general, but he's seeing some old lady in his neighborhood get knocked over the head and her purse snatched, and he worried about waiting and calling the police. Dude. Nigga, why you didn't get active, nigga?
You do know you always regurgitate this because this is what information needs to be said. It's quotes that need to be said. The Black Panthers, when they was quote unquote policing the community, monitoring the community, they had an understanding we gonna protect ours before they come in. We gonna get it right before they gotta come in. He's not part of that understanding. He's willing to call the law first and then do something second. You get what I'm saying? He's one of them type of individuals that's going to say, well, let the law handle it. But you's a street dude, or you calling yourself the general. That means you've been into some kind of confrontations, war, battles, etc., and you got experience in combat and understanding how to strategically handle your business.
Nah, it's just an internet name.
Yeah, he an internet nigga, bro.
Nasty duck.
Yeah, he's an internet dude. I'm a general. I'm a loyal nigga. I'm a loyal street general.
Where was his G.I. Joe war at then, though?
Yeah, them niggas, all these niggas living in fantasy worlds, bro. Until they running in niggas like us, and then they really got to stand on that, bro. It's not, bro. This should be all Capitan, nigga. Capital letters, nigga. Cap, nigga.
Let's go. We gonna get into this. Hey, shout out the cloud chasers, the biggest cloud chasers. Death of the cloud chasers. That's Bad Luck Cheeseburger Chuck.
Death of the teabag holders.
Let's go.
Whack Run Hunted. He out here defending them. So we definitely had to get the truth from you. and hear from your side and your perspective of what's going on.
That's the teacher
So,
280.
let them know about what you got.
Wait.
Going on
Who is
right
that,
now,
Deuce?
You know what I'm saying? Because I heard
That's Zesty 280, nigga.
Oh, that's the one that was calling CS2 back to General and his daddy and uncle and all that now.
He was in there with Jdiggz. We set up a group interview. It was a unified effort. I thought that's what we came to the internet for. To network, you know what I'm saying? Build with each other. So Stats 280, aka Zesty 280, is the one that actually got Jdiggz. He tell me we got the interview. Let's holler at Big Chuck. He got a big platform and collaborate. So I said, okay, cool. Sound like a plan. So we, they had a lot of followers. I don't know about the fake views. Hey, Cheeseburger, Bad Luck Cheeseburger Chuck, why you ain't never showed your 100,000 followers plaque from YouTube? But that's something else. We'll get to that later, right? Nigga, he might be over there buying them fake subscriptions, my nigga, because his cow chasing ass with a bin showed it.
He pulling the loose coochie and the CS2 and the 600 pennies. 600 pennies.
Oh, 600 penny. I marked them out. I'll tell you about that later. The nigga didn't want to let me pull up. But let's get into this, man. These dudes, we got Jdiggz. They heard it firsthand. Let's go.
But you said you had a video and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's relevant. That's that rap shit. I'm not worried about that. I'm only addressing this shit. I'm only really, I don't really be doing this. It's my first time on Clubhouse. I don't really be doing this social media shit like that, man. But I'm gonna address this. You feel me? Because only reason why I'm addressing what Blue said is because first of all, he got my name in his mouth on the interviews, and he being disrespectful at the same time. He might have could have got past if he wasn't so disrespectful. But I'm gonna keep it 100. You feel me? So that song you just played, that was actual true story. All this shit. First of all, let me explain to you. Me and Blue were definitely friends. That was like my little brother. I ran around the country with him. I did his whole BMF tour with him. Me, 6 of my bitches, and BMF hit the road for 2.5 months and ran all over this country from Detroit, California, Miami, and back. And at the end of the tour, while we was on the tour, is when Blue indictment came out. Literally, was when his indictment came out while we was on the tour. So we ended the tour in the Bay Area, which is where I'm from. And when we ended the tour in the Bay Area, we sent the tour bus back to LA, and Blue and several members from BMF came to my house and stayed at my house, man. And for an extensive time, let's just say that. And so me and Blue was real close. That was my bro. We ran all over. We did all type of shit. He was up under my movie at that time. And when caught up with, which is we was in Vegas. We finally went to jail. We was in Vegas. It was a Magic weekend when the feds got on Blue, Magic show. And when he went to jail, he called me. I go jump on a plane and go visit Blue in Atlanta. They transport him to Atlanta. I go visit. That's how much I fuck with him. Go visit him in the jail, do all the shit. So the day Blue got his time.
Get debrief, and that ain't gay.
The day Blue got his time, Blue called me like he always do. What's up, bro? I just got my time today. Okay, what they end up giving you? They gave me 5 years. I'm like, okay. He was like, yeah, they gave me my safety valve, all the shit, woo, 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 right? So now here I am like, safety valve. Wow. I know what a safety valve is, so I'm trying.
I know what a safety valve is. See, Jdiggz had did Fed time, him and Mac Dre. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. He like, damn, this nigga, he really just told me that he got a safety valve. You know what I'm saying? This is my nigga though, but he just told me he got a safety valve. So he fucked up. But his mind really finna get fucked up because this is the day that Blue got sent it. So now he get a call.
Trying to figure it out, first of all. But not 5 minutes into that conversation, I get another phone call. The phone call is from Baby J, BMF. Baby J say, Diggs, I got Meech on the phone. Meech want to talk to you. I say, click him in. Mind you, I got Blue on the other line. Meech click in on this line. Meech come right in. Diggs, what's up with it, bro? Woo woo. Say, Blue went to court today, right? I say, yeah, I know. He say, look, I love Blue like he a little brother. But Blue is a rat bastard. Them are his exact words. I didn't change not one word.
So now we're gonna go to common sense. You know what I'm saying? Some people, common sense ain't too always that common. You know what I'm saying? When you got the head of a big continual criminal enterprise RICO conspiracy case, right? Saying that somebody is bad, those are some real serious allegations.
Very serious.
You know what I'm saying? And automatically, somebody who claims to be from the streets, antenna is supposed to go all the way up. He said the man told him, this is Jdiggz. How much credibility do Jdiggz got? Like, this ain't something that he do every day. He said he don't even do the Clubhouse. This was his first time on Clubhouse. And, you know, this is infamously what started the beef with Wack 100. Wack really just mad he on the stage over there with us. You know what I'm saying? But this man said he know what this nigga admitted to him that he debriefed, because that's required to get the safety valve. Debrief. Y'all understand in California State Penitentiary, before the GPs go PC to the SNY yards, they make them debrief. You can program with these guys. Okay, we need to know everything about your organization. Oh, you guys are robbing banks? Okay, so who's the one that set it up? Oh, yeah, Yael. And who's the one that used the guns? Well, where'd y'all get the guns from? Oh, I got them from Big Meech and Jdiggz. You're required to tell them all the facts of your case. That's what debriefing means. You're going to sit down with the assistant United States attorney, the feds, it could be the DEA, FBI, whoever, ATF, whatever federal agency is over your case. You're debriefing with one of them and your lawyer. You done signed a waiver to talk to these people, a deal that's called a queen for a day. Yael.
Hello, I'm a queen for a day. A queen from Europe. How about from the German shore? Yeah,
nasty
nigga.
Word.
Disgusting, bro.
And all of these dudes that I told you about, these these ball holders, right?
Yeah.
Nut riders, right? All them niggas is in here hearing this.
Damn, bro.
But they was over there buddy modding up Blue DaVinci with a federal confidential source, and at the behest of a federal confidential source. Let's go.
It was his exact words out of Big Meech's mouth. So, of course, I froze up like, oh, what's going on? What do you mean, Meech? So he say, period, point blank. Look, Blue took a downward departure deal, safety valve, blah, blah, blah. Nobody in my crew on that level that Blue was on took that deal. Okay? So I click back over to Blue.
That's something else. When niggas get to politicking, if you didn't agree with the dudes on your case, specifically the head nigga on your case, the boss, and he said none of the niggas in my crew took that deal, that's a real bad sign for you. But look, Asiatic M says, so allegations are facts now? Where is the facts? This is how you lose your credibility. Lose our credibility? Didn't I just tell you I got to work, nigga?
Dumbass nigga, Asiat, whoever the fuck you is. Hey, nigga.
What the fuck?
Hey, listen.
Calm
you got
down,
your ears.
get your popcorn, and nigga enjoy the motherfucking show. You so biased, and come in here with another man's slong, another man's phallus down your trachea. Nigga, you ain't even hearing nigga just say, nigga, we finna go through the word. Fuck he say, she say. I'm just giving you every aspect of thinking on how to politic. Off the top, these are alarm bells. He signed a proffer agreement, got a safety valve, a queen for a day, got a safety valve. What the fuck you mean? Lose credibility. Nigga, he admitted that. He doesn't deny that he got the safety valve. He doesn't deny that he signed a proffer agreement. He admitted that. God damn, these niggas is weirdos, bro. But that's exactly the problem. That's why y'all adore and worship these rats. Because you beta male, soft ass, weak ass, invertebrates, nick men that ain't even got no fucking backbone, bro. This nigga really already took a position. We ain't even got into the work. Take that man pews up out your throat, nigga.
Just tell me, say, you can tell Blue. I click back over to Blue and tell Blue exactly what Meech said. Blue, I got Meech on the other line. Meech just called you a rat bastard. So Blue said, oh, no, I ain't told on nobody. I ain't this. So I'm going back and forth with Blue and Meech over this whole situation with him calling him a rat bastard. Now, Meech never once said that Blue got on the stand and pointed nobody out and did none of the shit. Meech's biggest thing at that time was Blue debriefed. Now, anybody that know anything about the feds know that if you take a safety valve, which was Blue deal, he already said he'd take a safety valve. He took a safety valve. If you know what a safety valve is, and I'm gonna read to you, right? There's 5 things in a safety valve in order to get a safety valve. Now, I'm gonna read this straight from the safety valve paper.
Jdiggz.
It says, no one was harmed during your offense. The person has little or no history of criminal conviction. The person did not use violence or a gun. The person is not the leader or organizer of the offense. And the last one, the person told the prosecutor all he knows about sentencing, blah, 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 right? So basically, it's all about, when you go debrief, you got to sit down in a room. And they're going to ask you a series of questions, right? It's up to them to determine if
you're looking for a house, you should be looking for a mortgage.
You could mortgage in the
dark. He just broke down
know
the
steps with better.
on the United States sentencing guidelines to get a safety valve. You have to debrief. And he lists all 4 of the requirements, the prerequisites. And this is what Blue said that he did. Let's go.
For them to go back to the judge and say, hey, judge, give him his safety valve. He told us enough information. Okay? You don't have to necessarily get on a stand and say, or go in a room and say, I bought dope from so-and-so, I did this, I did that. Debriefing, they might ask you, hey, what's your name? What crew you in? Who the leader of the crew? Okay, what position do he do? What do this do? Okay, what about stash houses? What is this? How did the stash houses work? See, you understand what I'm saying? So you're debriefing. You're telling them all about how your system works, how your crew work, and how your crew move. That was Meech's problem. Now I'm gonna tell you something else. Blue mentioned the limo. He said Meech was mad about the limo. When Meech called me, he wasn't mad about the limo. We knew about the limo. The limo came up. Now, but the problem was he debriefed. He went and sat down with the government. If you hear him in his interviews, he said it. He went and said the feds came and got him. He was young, 20-some years old, his first case, and they took him in his room. Now, my thing is, WAC 100 keeps saying, well, where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork? Let me tell y'all something about the federal government, my nigga. You can't look up a safety valve on the internet. It's not public information. Okay? It's called.
And there's a reason why someone who gets a safety valve, it isn't public information. Someone who debriefs and signs a queen for a day to protect them because they provided information to the government. They're cooperating with the government, bro. But Jdiggz made it very clear, bro. Let's finish this.
Called a safety valve. It's because it's for your safety. Unless they have to open up the valve and bring you into the courtroom. And you got to tell it all, spill it all. You get it? Safety valve. You're safe unless we need you to come testify in court.
This was about a year and a half ago.
Blue took a safety valve where he went and he debriefed. Now,
let's back that up because that's very important with the safety valve. Let's go here real quick.
On the internet, it's not public information. Okay, it's called a safety valve. It's because it's for your safety. Unless they have to open up the valve and bring you into the courtroom. And you got to tell it all, spill it all. You get it? safety valve. You're safe unless we need you to come testify in court. So Blue took a safety valve where he went and he debriefed. Now, if Blue want to clear all this shit up, there's one way to clear it up. Because Wack keeps saying get the paperwork, right? Well, the fact is Blue is the only person that can get that paperwork. He can get that transcripts. He
Only
can get
one.
the audio transcripts and the paper transcripts of his time that he spent in the room with them people debriefing. That's all. If he do that.
So he wasn't supposed to sign the deal, but Jdiggz being nice because he really loved the nigga and he really don't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? But he deep in his heart, he knows that is true. But he's trying to extend him the luxury. This is what was said. This is what you told me. If you didn't snitch, then bring the transcripts to your debriefing session. Bring the audio. Where'd that guy go that's talking about we don't know what we talking about in credibility? I've been indicted twice, Dodo. Audio from the rat on my case. Bank robbery. There's audio of everything and a recording of everything that he said. Transcripts of it. They have to take notes on certain points that they think might be special or in helping them get more convictions and figure out information. They're verifying information that might not have been verified before. So what are you talking about? And the only one that could get that is Blue. And he ain't never going to go get it. Believe that.
That'll tell what he said. And why they gave him 5 years for conspiracy to sell how many hundreds of kilos? Whatever the fuck it was. So with that being said, that's what I tell Wack to tell Blue. Tell Blue to get the transcripts from his debriefing. That's all he needs. That'll tell it all. Nobody ever said Blue got the stand. Nobody ever said Blue pointed the finger and said, I bought dope from him. That wasn't the issue. The issue was Blue debriefed on his crew. And if you know what debriefing means, that's a form of letting them know what's going on inside your organization. That's telling. Simple as that.
Damn. That's deep. That's deep. So why do you think Wack is going so hard to defend him though?
Well, you know, so first of all, Blue pleading a good case, and I understand his case. You know, like that was my bro. I didn't want to hear it either. I didn't want to believe it and all the shit. His thing is, Blue whole thing is I didn't tell on nobody. You get it? I didn't tell on nobody. But that was never the issue when Meech called him a rat, is that I didn't tell him. That you told on somebody. He said nobody on that level in my crew took that deal to go debrief. So when Blue making his mark with Wack, he pulled it out. He telling Wack, you know, look, man, let me show you. And Wack, like he said, he from the paperwork, and there ain't no paperwork that says Blue told on nobody. But there's plenty of paperwork that said Blue debrief. So all he has to do is ask for the debriefing paperwork. We can't get that. It's not like the state. The state, you can go online and get anything public information. The feds have a safety valve. That's to keep niggas safe to tell. You understand? It's a safety valve. Unless we need to bring you in to testify, you're safe. Won't nobody even know about this.
We need to bring you in to testify, you safe. Nobody won't even know.
Why don't you own an apartment building?
Y'all heard that? Nobody won't even know what you did. Nasty work. Yeah, Blue, you down bad. And that's what Jdiggz had told, said to Wack 100. Man, Wack 100 is a smart man. All he got to do is ask Blue to bring his transcripts when he debrief, so nigga know what he said. You know what I'm saying? He said, I hope he did. I hope he did. Really didn't give him nothing about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? But he knows how it goes. The politics, when you in the field, that's kind of like first nature.
Dudes.
Yeah.
He for sure, bro. The nigga had damn near, he wasn't supposed to be here, bro. He wasn't supposed to be home, bro. How you get home after all them years, bro? All of a sudden, Come on, bro. Nobody's paying attention to that. Come on, bro. Niggas want to be blind to that. They don't want to see it. Oh man, just shut up. He came home. Who cares? You got niggas, dumbass niggas in the chat talking about some. Who cares, nigga? We care, nigga. That's not what we stand on, nigga. Goofy ass boy.
Beta.
Beta faggot. Oh, my bad.
Oh shit.
Edit that out.
Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Hold on, this nigga tripping. Oh, y'all can't even see it.
Magic show. And when he went to jail, he called me. I go jump on a plane and go visit Blue in Atlanta. They transport him to Atlanta. I go visit. That's how much I fuck with him. Go visit him in the jail, do all the shit. So the day Blue got his time, Blue called me like he always do. What's up, bro? I just got my time today. Okay, what they end up giving you? They gave me 5 years. I'm like, okay. He was like, yeah, they gave me my safety valve, all the shit, woo, 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 right? So now here I am like, safety valve. Wow. You know, I know what a safety valve is, so I'm trying to figure it out. First of all, type of shit, he was up under my movie.
So, like he said, he got 5 years. There you go. Let's go. It's a different clip. But we're going to get into the content. We got a couple clips we want to run through first. You know what I'm saying? But I just want y'all to hear the dudes talking, the same ones that was
now,
over there with Blue.
Whack 100 keeps saying, well, where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork? Where's the paperwork? Let me tell y'all something about the federal government, my nigga.
We already
you can't look up.
God damn, my bad. Last clip. Oh, yeah, here we go. It's the last clip. Then we going to get into this paperwork, man. Hit that like on your way in. Share, tell a friend. You in here with Yael. Yeah, and Duke Sims. Hear the content.
So, with that being said, that's what I tell Wack to tell Blue. Tell Blue to get the transcripts from his debriefing. That's all he needs. That'll tell it all. Nobody ever said Blue got the stand. Nobody ever said Blue pointed the finger and said, I bought dope from him. That wasn't the issue. The issue was Blue debriefed on his crew. And if you know what debriefing means, that's a form.
We got a question from Henny Gang. Why is there no cooperation agreement nor a 5K1 downward departure in his paperwork? Everyone else that snitched or cooperated, it was in their paperwork. No, not everyone else that snitched or cooperated. The snitch on my case didn't get a 5K1. He didn't come testify at trial either, but he testified at the grand jury. And everybody that snitched don't necessarily have to get a 5K1. You could get a Rule 35B. There's different things, but it's secretive. A queen for a day, is kind of like a partial immunity. It's not a full immunity, right? But it's a partial immunity that you tell them every crime you know about, that you've ever participated in, and that you know about. Because what they're doing is they're preparing you, and like he said, for safety. They're preparing you for safety, that they can't utilize nothing you say against them. They done gathered the information. They're going to recommend to the judge, yeah, he cooperated enough to get the safety valve, wink, wink, nod, nod, right? But the prosecution is going to grant that. But as far as if you cooperated or made a statement which implicated other people, you're not going to get that in when they go debrief. That's why it's a queen for a day. Same as CS2 back. Absolutely no difference. When I asked Greg Caden, hey, we got a right for this and this and that, and I do have the Tupac and Biggie paperwork now, but they didn't want to give me the Freedom of Information Act on for Cash Jones. Think about that. This is why it's safety. Now, when I was in the feds, if you come to a USP and you got a safety valve, the homies finna put that knife up in you. For sure. Ain't no, well, let me get my statement. No, if you got a safety valve, you necessarily went in debrief and told those people things about other people. Necessarily. It's not just about you anymore. You had gave and spoke to the police, the feds at this, in a secret meeting. This ain't like when they offer you your deal, your lawyer come, hey, this is the deal. This is the best they do. Nah, I'll tell them they got to go down or I'm not taking it. Oh, well, they're only going to go up. This is the feds. We'll tell them I'm not taking the deal. You would sign an agreement here. You don't have to meet and exchange information with the feds. And obviously, they don't just want information about you because you would have got a deal the same way when they came and brought me that deal. You had to leave MDCLA, if you in LA, nigga, on the bus to court to go meet with the feds, your attorney, and the United States attorney. But let's get back into this last little clip before I get into the paperwork.
Of letting them know what's going on inside your organization. That's telling. Simple as that.
Damn. That's deep. That's deep. So why do you think Wack is going so hard to defend him, though?
Well, you know, folks, whatever the fuck it was. So, with that being said, that's what I tell Wack to tell Blue. Tell Blue to get the transcripts from his debriefing. That's all he needs. That'll tell it all. Nobody ever said Blue got the stand. Nobody ever said Blue pointed the finger and said, I bought dope from him. That wasn't the issue. The issue was Blue debriefed on his crew. And if you know what debriefing means, that's a form of letting them know what's going on inside your organization. That's telling. Simple as that.
So we got that. So everybody know how CS2 Back just went mayhem on Blue DaVinci all on the internet, Loose Coochie Cannon, the whole debriefers, formerly known as the exposers, hashtag ETD, expose the debriefers. You know what I'm saying? And he came back, and what he talking about, he's implicating that Big Meech. Let's see what Jdiggz said about the Big Meech and Cuffy situation. And then we could get into that. Let's lead right.
What's going on right now with Cuffy and these interviews he doing?
I'm recently familiar. I'm doing my homework on this shit now. All this shit is pretty new to me. I just got all this shit the last few days since this nigga been doing these interviews.
Okay. So you kind of caught up to speed, or you really hadn't did your research yet?
I mean, I'm kind of caught up to speed with what they saying. For sure. I didn't look at it from interview. I'm just looking at YouTube shit. I haven't talked to some people that I need to talk to. I haven't. And here's the tricky thing with this shit, man. Is what I'm seeing. You know, it's some shit that's facts. There's a facts that the Tammy bitch did some bullshit or whatever, and that she owned the rights and all the shit. I pretty much know that that's facts. Now the facts is if she did some backdoor rat shit. Now the question is, one, was she doing it with dude knowledge, or was she just doing it on some underhanded shit as being an informant because she fucking with the police? So that's.
Are you familiar with what's going on right now with Cuffy and these interviews he doing?
So that's what Jdiggz says about that. He admits that Tammy did line up Cuffy, and now we're gonna get into let's hear from the man himself, right? Hold on, let's get to this damn video, man. Bam.
Bro, that's nasty work, dudes.
This whole thing is nasty work.
Stay
in school.
Serving 30 years at FCI Lompop in California. How Demetrius Fleury has been locked up since 2005, and how are you my unindicted? He's listed in my paperwork, homie, as my unindicted co-conspirator serving 30 years at FCI Lompop in California. How Demetrius Fleury has been locked up since 2005, and how are you my unindicted? He's listed in my paperwork, homie, as my unindicted co-conspirator serving 30 years at FCI Lompop.
So that's what Cuffy is saying now, and Blue DaVinci is saying about Meech. Let the first one cast the stone. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw no rocks in my glass house.
Hey, dudes, you looking for the saying, "He who without sin shall cast the first stone."
Right.
But them dudes already cast their stone. They just throwing another one and hiding their hand because they know the lights is on them too. Like you can't say Blue can't say Meech did this and nigga you took a proffer to get the Queen of the Day act. On top of that, you got Meech using the female as a pawn to do a three-way situation to get him. Come on, bro. Like it's the pot calling the kettle black. You feel me?
Yeah. Watch this. Oh, I think I got the shout out to Chop Talk TV.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
So yeah, that was some heavy stuff we talked about earlier, man, regarding the whole play and how that stuff went down, man. A lot of people were having a hard time accepting that what happened and took place regarding their guy. And what would you say to that, man? Because the facts are the facts.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know what I mean? I didn't put your name in this paperwork. How did you get in this paperwork? These are sworn documents. These are affidavits that have you listed as my unindicted co-conspirator. These are sworn documents. These affidavits went for wiretaps in front of a magistrate.
Hey, Yael, we got Crackhead Eddie Kane in the building. Hey,
Crackhead Eddie, what up, Crackhead Eddie?
Read his comments. Show him some respect, man. Show him a little respect.
Let me read the fake Muslim brother content. He says, all this content and no one in his or her right mind going to do nothing and go sit down for 20 years. The pen and the streets are run by money and informants. Well, you should know, Mr. 30K. Well, he
didn't get 30K. I don't know how much they gave.
No, he did. He got 30K in meth. My bad.
But to be non-biased, his point is accurate.
No, it is though. On some real shit. It is.
You know what I'm saying?
The streets is, man. You said something a few weeks ago when we was having a conversation about the killer rats, Like, you got niggas that was quote unquote gangsters at one point, and then they told and outcast from the hood, but then welcome back in because another nigga might have did some foul shit. So they like, fuck it, if I did foul and he did foul, we should be able to hang together. And then the streets, they compromise the understanding and they cool with it. Like, well, shit, he ain't tell on me, and he is with the business, so all that with the business, and that's over with, bro. If you niggas fear niggas like that, you got coward in you. I'll call a nigga a rat to his face if I got the paperwork and I know he is. We just gonna go where it's gonna go.
Right.
It's where it's at already.
Wild Donkey said it's called a PSI. Yeah, pre-sentencing investigative report. So PSIR or PSR, right? But you don't just check the PSI. That's definitely one of the main things. You check the judgment and commitment. And if it's anything tricky, you pull the docket sheet, and then you'll find out every time they went to court, things filed under seal and all of those type of things. In this case, with Blue, we don't have to pull it. He admit that he went and talked to them people. So on the docket sheet, you then went out to court and talked to these people. Come on, man. Who is Cloudy? Let's finish this though. It's got a couple minutes, and then we could get into the paperwork, the Cuffy, Tammy, Cole
Under the penalty of perjury.
See if you want to come up here. I sent you the link.
Put themselves in a trick bag.
I
put Demetrius Fleury name in there as my unindicted co-conspirator. You're my unindicted co-conspirator, man. How did you get in my paperwork? And now there doesn't seem to be any anger or vitriol coming from your perspective about none of this.
So he's saying, you my boy, your girl, you introduce me to your girl and have her introduce me to this Mexican on a plate, and your girl working with the DEA, and you ain't got no anger towards her. You still fucking with her. Like it's just cool that she done lined me up and got me 30 years.
People are having a hard time accepting and understanding it. They just don't want to believe it. And I think the sentiment goes to a lot of people, but you have to accept the truth for what it is, because at the end of the day, how did you would have never met Tammy had he not put her with you, if I'm correct?
That's you're 100% correct, man. He knows this, and everybody else knows this. Anything with Tammy comes from him. Not only that, what she testified in court to. What Special Agent Keith Cromer fired, disgraced DEA agent Keith Cromer, which she was having a illicit sexual relationship with, which killed their case, which killed his time cut.
Yeah, that's a fact. She was trying to get a time cut for Big Meech. It's called third-party cooperation. The dude was just said he was in FCI something, Manchester FCI, Federal Correctional Institution. Go ahead in the chat and tell me, have you heard of third-party cooperation? This is what he's alleging is going on. The nigga ain't mad. How he ain't mad? And I brought him his first $1 million cash deal. How he ain't mad? I've been his friend for 30 years and he's still fucking with this bitch. And then in the paperwork, when we get into it, you're going to hear some other things. Inconsistencies in her saying Meech didn't know about it, but telling a DEA from St. Louis, I think a DEA from St. Louis telling him that Big Meech knew about it. Big Meech wanted some money. That he put them together to do that. So whether or not Meech known is kind of slippery. Some people going to believe he knew. Other people going to infer that he didn't. But that's for y'all to determine. But these are some real serious allegations. And this man is in jail for 30 years.
Oh, that's prohibited. And it's not only prohibited, it's criminal. You go to jail for that, man.
So when you
five agents was fired, and one was indicted.
Damn.
They gave her $250,000 to set me up, man, to do this.
I found some stuff in the it's a St. Louis paper. I can't think of the name of it, but I was able to find an article on that. Can you tell me a little bit about the development of the script? And you say you put some money into that writing.
You gotta read this, my nigga. Yeah. Come off your mic, my nigga. This nigga Doug in the internet police said you compromised because Big U wouldn't help get your fruity ass brother out of jail. Your family told you to stay off the internet. You making it harder on your brother. Laugh out loud. That nigga brother is fruity. He said it was a lie, bro. Bro, I read the damn incident report. That was nasty work. Literally, nigga. No Diddy, nigga. That nigga was in the prison having a Diddy freak off with the homo. Nigga kicked the whole sheet down during count time. The female correctional officer catch him. How you gonna deny that, man? I know you love your brother, man, but he ain't got no morals like you, man.
Who was the writers and how did that go about being developed? What made you put forth effort and funds into developing a script for BMF on behalf of Meech? What made how did that come about?
Well, that was me and Meech thing. That was something me and him.
See, these the type of internet motherfuckers that I ridicule. Orwellian 8ED. This is amazing. Bunch of old niggas that can't detach from childhood. What do you mean? You think that it was supposed to be temporary or it was a retirement plan or something that came with that shit? Obviously not. But even more than that, this is our tribe. Why don't you go tell the Fulanis that the initiations that they took when they were young, accepted within their community and their village and their tribes, go tell them to denounce the Fulanis or the Hausa tribe, Mandinkas. Why don't you do that? We're tribal people. Just because we ain't in bad standing, we good when we in our tribes, in our villages. You sound dumb, man. This is our culture. Nigga, this ain't no fad thing. This ain't no internet trend, nigga. You talking about 50-something years. Real wars. Fathers and grandfathers and uncles. Niggas out here trying to change the narrative. Just because we don't accept those that's supposed to be rebuked from our community, right? Shunned from our community. Nigga, we ain't like you soft-ass, tattletale ass niggas. Obviously, you got an issue with that.
Myself agreed to, and if I can bring in one of the movie houses that can handle that type of budget, and no one can write the script from the beginning, but a person like myself or Sosa. They won people. So we used a young lady out of Memphis. Who's based out there in LA now. She's working with Nickelodeon now. But
this call is from a federal prison.
Her and a couple more people that she brought in, we put the script together over a 2-year period. So yeah, Meech was a part of that. But I told you that initially I wasn't the government's target. It was Fidel Suarez. You will see that name in there many times in the documents. All the documents going to have Fidel Suarez's name in there. Fidel met Meech in the county jail. Didn't know him from a can of paint, but he just took to him. You know, Meech is that type of person.
Yeah.
Suarez, yeah.
So he never knew him prior to going to jail.
Yes, they met in the county jail in Detroit. When Meech first got indicted, he was in the county jail in Detroit. The indictment is out of Detroit.
Yeah.
So Fidel beat his case and vowed to help Meech out. They met in the county. They befriended one another in the county. And Fidel was reaching out to Tammy just to keep up with Meech. Unbeknown to him that Tammy and Meech was trying to set him up. He didn't have no interest in none of the stuff that she was trying to do. He just wanted to make sure, hey, man, how's my man doing? How much money he need for an appeal? I mean, just a good dude.
So he wasn't. So it wasn't like the feds set him up. They didn't send a guy in there to set him up.
No. They didn't send no. They went in the county jail.
Yeah.
No. Fidel and 2 or 3 other Mexicans got caught with 97 kilos of cocaine at a truck stop. And they beat it in trial while they was in the county jail with Meech in 2005 or 2006. They beat the case in trial. Well, he exchanged information with Meech and vowed to help him out, and that's all he was doing.
And so why did they make him a target?
Hold on, this is a hell of a thing. All in or nothing, right? He says, I know a month who cousin was on the street telling for him while in the feds. Nigga got like 7 years off Rule 35B shit. That's what I was talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? But there's different ways. There's multiple different ways that you could cooperate with the government and 5K1, Rule 35B, or third-party snitching and or the safety valve. Those is all bad, man. Thanks for the comment, brother.
Target because they knew who he was?
Who, Fidel?
Yeah.
Fidel's a known cartel member. Yes, they know who Fidel is.
Okay, understood. So what's his status now? Did he beat his case? Is he all right, or did he get?
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah. See, so the other play was for them to mess me around so that I can turn into a rat or a dirty bastard and bring him in. But the buck stops with me. I'm not cut that way. You feel me?
Fidel never had any interest in doing anything other than just being a solid friend to Meech and making sure that while he was in jail, let me help you out. Because most people know that when you're in jail, you know, especially high level guys, they're gonna be watching you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. No, Fidel didn't have no interest in anything else other than helping dude out. Like he would constantly say, man, we're gonna find the best attorney in America, and whatever it costs, I'm gonna pay it. And just genuinely like the dude.
Wow. And they and they was gonna turn around and target to set him up.
They were talking to Fidel. She was talking to Fidel, and
this call is from a federal prison.
Nasty work. Yeah, you with me? Real shit. I was in USP Florence.
Conversations. Yeah, you know I'm with you, bro. I'm listening to this shit, bro.
Real shit. I was up in USP Florence in Hazleton. I was in USP Florence for the ride with the white boys, 4/20/2008. I know you heard about that. Any real one who been up the way know these folks foul and know what would have had to happen if they was in their whip compound going on box lunches. That means lockdown. So he's basically saying, if you're listening to this and you've been on them yards, you know for a fact that niggas is foul. And if they came to your penitentiary and you with the California car, which is the Crips and Bloods, they're together in there. If you from the Dirty South card, if you from New York, and they would have came, it would have been your responsibility to get that off the yard, or all the cars is gonna look at your car as being bad. Now they're going to have issues with y'all car because y'all harboring rats. But y'all don't understand those politics, but y'all on here talking about those politics. But we finna get into the work. Hold on. But yeah, salute, man. I'm glad you home. Stay home, bro. That shit is not the business, bro. But we finna get into this Big Meech paperwork. Y'all said, where that other guy at? Did he hang around? He couldn't see it. He ran. But Cheeseburger Chuck, I heard you. Zesty 280, I heard you. Bad Luck Cheeseburger Chuck, I heard your fat ass up on that motherfucker. Jdiggz is talking and y'all asking questions and y'all getting all of these details aforehand. Somehow, all you snakes end up back up under CS2 back to federal confidential source. Even though you bitch-ass niggas all told me y'all was 100% sure that Cash Jones was CS2 back. Imam, I paid you to do my viral video about CS2 back. Oh, no, I'm 100% sure. There's no doubt. Whack 100 is CS2 back. Now you back over there with him. On top of that, double the fun with Blue DaVinci. Mod it up. It's just cool like that. That's y'all get down, right? Birds of a feather. Goes. Same shit. Same. And then it's that Tisha 280. She's so lost. Listen, man, go find yourself. Find your sexuality. And stop trying to live through men. Grown-ass man. This a grown-ass man with daddy issues on the internet. Clout chasing any chance he could get. He ain't none of these niggas put together. These niggas ain't got 3 years in the county jail, nigga. Let alone a fucking penitentiary yard. How many rats you niggas done ran up top? I ain't gonna even ask you if you did more than that. You niggas ain't never did that. So this is brand new to you weird ass niggas. Y'all done stepped this dog shit. Check your shoes. Let's get to this paperwork. Yeah, I'm gonna need some help on this.
Damu Kiwe conversations. What you want to do?
When my mouth get dry, nigga, I'm gonna need you to do some reading. I try to get Henny up here. She might be at work. So, all right, so this is all legal stuff. Talking about them challenging the validity of the wiretap and all kind of other motions. Factual findings, right? All right, so we could get into factual findings like this. Let me blow it up. Where they at with your looking ass? Let's get into the chat real quick before we start this. Blue introduced Tammy to me. Yeah, Blue has said that he was hitting Tammy before. I'm gonna go all the way down. Damn, they done ran Crackhead Eddie off. You miss Crackhead Eddie, yeah?
I ain't missed that nigga. That nigga was in the chats being a goofball.
Man, the internet ducking internet police flamed that nigga ass up, and then the whole chat just was going crazy. I'm like, this nasty word. They told that nigga Eddie get off the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because I will bring that mystery meat up on here. Mystery meat wants some attention. You know what I'm saying? Mystery meat wants some attention. You want to hit the whole world to hear the story? Keep on playing. Title 3 warrant affidavit in order. On August 28, 2012, Assistant U.S. Attorney Tiffany Becker appeared before the U.S. District Judge Henry E. Autry and made an amended application for interception of wire communications over the Sprint brand cellular telephone resold to Total Call Prepay, bearing the telephone number 314-598-2330 with electric serial number. And then there you got the number. Referred to in the application, affidavits, and orders as target telephone. Hey, yo, yeah, shout out Cam Capone News. We got this copy because it wouldn't let me get inside the one in my phone. The application was accompanied by reference the affidavit of TFO Buzz, which was also signed and sworn to before Judge Autry on August 28, 2012. The facts that formed the basis for this wiretap authorization were set out in an affidavit and can be roughly grouped into 5 categories. First, the affidavit asserted facts regarding events on August 5, 2012, which triggered the investigation. Namely, the affidavit asserted that on August 5, 2012, a confidential source being utilized by DEA Atlanta, known as CS1, alerted DEA Atlanta agents to a suspected drug transaction occurring in St. Louis between suspected source of supply, Fidel Suarez, and defendant Dion Gatlin, right? So, government exhibit. They got the exhibit listed. Specifically, CS1 advised DEA Atlanta agents that he or she was contacted by Suarez. They say he or she to try to hide whether or not the confidential source is a male or female. And this one we all know that it's a female. Was contacted by Suarez. Just like the CS2 back case, you can read paperwork and certain facts automatically let a person know that who the informant is because of the circumstances. I would know who I talked to about and serve some crack cocaine if all I sell is powder, especially when it has the address where the transaction went down. All right, but specifically, CS1 advised DEA Atlanta agents that he or she was contacted by Suarez, who said he had a truck in St. Louis for a suspected narcotics transaction with Gatlin. Suarez was having trouble reaching Gatlin and asked CS1 for help. In attempting to help Suarez get in contact with Gatlin, CS1 had a flurry of calls with Gatlin and Suarez. CS1 were ultimately successful in connecting Suarez and Gatlin, who was using the telephone that became the target of the wiretap. Second, the affidavit asserted facts relating both to CS1's reliability as an informant, measures DEA St. Louis investigators took to corroborate information provided by CS1 as to CS1's reliability. The affidavit attested that CS1 was cooperating with the DEA for monetary gain, had been shown to provide reliable information to DEA regarding a multitude of felonious activity, and had provided information that resulted in the arrest of at least one individual and the seizure of drugs and U.S. currency. As for corroboration by DEA St. Louis, the affidavit asserted that DEA St. Louis investigators corroborated information from CS1 by using toll analysis of devices used by CS1, Gatlin, and Suarez on August 5th, 2012. And so you have the exhibit. Court authorized precision location information, past criminal investigations, and information from DEA Atlanta agents who monitored some, but not all, of the calls between Gatlin, Suarez, and CS1 on August 5th, 2012. Let me go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Third, the affidavit asserted facts related to a suspected drug distribution conspiracy between Demetrius Flannery, Dion Gatlin, and Fidel Suarez. So you got Cuffy, you got the Amigo, and Demetrius Flannery in the affidavit saying that they were suspected of a drug distribution conspiracy. You're implicated in participating with this, right? In the paperwork. I'm talking about Big Meech, Larry Hoover. We ain't going to put Larry Hoover in the same category as Demetrius Flannery. Not right now. More specifically, the affidavit asserted that Demetrius Flannery was the purported national leader of the Black Mafia family, drug trafficking organization, and had been sentenced to 30 years imprisonment for drug trafficking activities. The affidavit further asserted that based on information previously known to DEA St. Louis, Dion Gatlin was a member of the St. Louis BMF, was an associate of Flannery, had substantial ties to multiple BMF members, had been indicted in the Eastern District of Missouri on drug trafficking charges, and sentenced to 120 months incarceration for drug trafficking. Oh, so Cuffy had already did 10 years for doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go get to it. He had already did fair time, so he cut from that same cloth that I was already popping it about. The affidavit asserted that based on information from CS1 and an independent investigation by DEA St. Louis agent, Suarez owned and operated a trucking company in California and had been investigated and or arrested without conviction for suspected drug trafficking in 2005 and 2009. In addition, an independent investigation by DEA St. Louis agents revealed 2 large quantities drug seizures from a truck operated by Suarez's trucking company. Finally, the affidavit attested that based on information CS1 provided to DEA Atlanta agents, Flannery and Suarez became associated while both were incarcerated. And for monetary gain, Flannery arranged through CS1 for Suarez to provide cocaine in multiple kilogram quantities to Gatlin. I'm going to stop right there. Let's get in the chat, man. Let's get active in the chat, because you have people who say that and argue that, oh, Big Meech didn't know she was doing that. Big Meech can have.
Oh yeah, they're gonna use that excuse to the highest degree, Deuce.
I thought they was gonna get away with it until I just digested, because I read it so fast years ago that I didn't digest exactly what they were saying right there. They just had 2 sentences about Big Meech orchestrating, and he bet this amigo in jail. Him and Amigo cool. Amigo get out, check in with his girl, and hey, how his needs? Do he need money on his books? Just being a real nigga. Big Meech said he wanted to get monetary gain. So for monetary gain, he put, this is what the courts are saying. You put the Migo with the nigga Cuffy and your bitch so they can make money for you or with each other or with you. But you're a part of this conspiracy. Not only are you a part of this conspiracy, you was the architect of this conspiracy. You see how they can't get out of that one now? That sentence is nasty word, nigga. Hashtag ETE, man. One more time. The first time when I told you she told but we can just say that last part again. They said finally the affidavit attested that based on information of Tammy, CS1, that's Tammy, provided to the DEA agents, Flannery, which is Big Meech, and Suarez became associated while both were incarcerated. He met them in jail. And for monetary gain to get the bag, Flannery, Big Meech arranged through CS1, Tammy, for Suarez, the amigo, to provide cocaine in multiple kilogram quantities to Cuffy. He's in jail for 30 years, and Big Meech just got out of prison. Is an unindicted co-conspirator on Cuffy's case. I don't know how the DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, decides that they not finna prosecute or indict a big drug dealer that's in jail orchestrating drug moves, and he orchestrated the drug move, and this is in the court documents. This is information that they got from a reliable source. They said Tammy was a reliable source. That's how they met. He told me to link them up so we could get this bag. And he's unindicted. He just got out. This is nasty work. What you think, y'all? Now he don't hear nothing. I read all his paperwork. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hit that like button, share.
I said, bro, I think that's nasty work, bro. The fact all the evidence is here, nobody want to see it. It is what it is, bro. That shit just, it's nasty, man. And the fact that dudes is not seeing that women are just as guilty as the men.
Third down, about
she
5
knew.
yards to go.
She knew, bro. She helped set that brother up, bro. And they was all in the same game, bro. And these goofies gonna try to make an excuse for him, for real, for real.
Well, Lee Tucker, what a valiant effort. So they putting him into work. Do he actually put himself in it? Do he acknowledge it? Do he acknowledge it? What do you mean? And let me get to the paperwork, but just to answer your question, right? If I was robbing banks, and you, obviously, who want to defend somebody who was in cahoots with a federal confidential source, right? You don't see no problem with that. Indictment go, you a confidential source, and I tell you I'm robbing banks, and you go tell the FBI that Deuce Sims is the one orchestrating bank heists, and this is one of the bank heists. They go catch some dudes on the bank heist, me orchestrating it, I'm going to get leadership of more than 3 people, right? They're going to indict me. That's what just happened. How you went and told on me on the bank robbery, she went and told the DEA that Deuce Sims is the one that's, that Big Meech is the one that put them together so that they could make some moves and make some monetary gain for Big Meech. He's benefiting from this financially, and the feds know this, which is another crime.
So basically, dudes, he already was working with the feds, or the feds tapped in later after he put the whole situation together.
Was who working for the feds?
Big Meech.
No, it never said that he was working for the feds. She's working for the feds and for monetary gain initially, but she was doing this bust to try to get time knocked off of Big Meech's sentence, right? And we're going to get into all of it. Well, now, we ain't reading all that shit today, but we definitely finna get into this content. But it's definitely strange that the feds can prove a conspiracy through a reliable source who had insight about all of this, enough reliable insight that when they bust these motherfuckers with all this work, and she was on the phone directing them and linking them up at the house with the DEA agent. She was fucking the DEA agent. That's what ended up fucking up the case on some other shit. But let's go. Fourth, the affidavit asserted facts relating to contacts between CS1, Gatlin, and Suarez in the year leading up to the events on August 5th, 2012. Specifically, the affidavit asserted that toll analysis of devices used by Suarez and Gatlin indicated they had been talking regularly since March 12th, and that Gatlin began using the target telephone in February 2012. The affidavit also asserted CS1 had contact with Suarez and Gatlin and was aware that Suarez had been in contact with Gatlin and traveled to St. Louis prior to August 12th. But CS1 was not involved in any drug transactions directly with Suarez and or Gatlin, and CS1 did not participate in any earlier conversations between Suarez and Gatlin. Thus, CS1 could not relay the content of those earlier discussions. So she's withholding back facts about the case. According to the affidavit, CS1 advised investigators of a trip Suarez took to St. Louis in July 2012. Suarez's presence in St. Louis in July 2012 was corroborated by an investigation of Suarez on July 23rd, 2012, independent of this case, in which DEA agents in St. Louis surveilled and questioned Suarez for suspicious conduct described in the affidavit. So she's lying, right? They know that she's lying. So now they're trying to bring it to her credibility and how she's lying. Fifth, the affidavit attested that a wiretap was necessary. Specifically, the affidavit described various investigative tools that have been considered and or used in the investigation to date, including physical surveillance, use of confidential informants, undercover officers, pen registers, telephone toll record analysis, witness interviews, search warrants, and trash pulls. They going through the trash, nigga. The feds is going through the trash.
They want to find all the evidence they can on this, bro, just to get another conviction rate.
Man, I mean, you know, the feds look at niggas in jail as an investment in stocks, but it looked like some of these niggas been helping the cops. You know what I'm saying? They try to make sure that they 401k is flight, pen registers, telephone tolls, interviews with target witnesses, and use of grand jury proceedings, review of police records, use of electronic surveillance, cellular location data, tracking devices, and prior Title III intercepts, wiretaps. The affidavit recited in detail investigative tools used in the investigation and why each tool had not been successful or was unlikely to be successful. On August 28, 2012, Judge Autry signed an amended order authorizing the interception of wire communications of Target Telephone 1. The order states that the court found probable cause to believe that the listed individuals were committing violations of 21 U.S.C. subsection 841A1, 843B, 846, and 848, and that communications concerning the offenses were likely to be intercepted. The order further found that normal investigative techniques have been tried and have failed. Let me blow this up real quick because they said if it's a typo and the paperwork is fake. This is what they said when we brought the CS2 back. I know you hear all kind of shit. You see how it said they had tried and had failed. Should have been a D there. So yeah, the people do sometimes make mistakes, bro. Nasty work, bro. Sometimes you gotta just really pull up and show niggas. Reasonably appeared to be unlikely to succeed if tried or were too dangerous to be employed. The order authorized the wiretap interception for 30 days. Boom. The OPR and OIG investigations. Documents contained in the court's electronic docket in this case reflect that on March 18, 2015, former retained counsel for Gatlin advised the government via email that CS1 had contacted one of his associates claiming, among other things, that the wiretap affidavit was factually inaccurate. CS1 also reportedly told, so now Tammy is saying, hey, no, that the wiretap affidavit is factually incorrect. So CS1 also reportedly told the associate that the DEA agent in Atlanta who was referenced in the affidavit had been suspended or was under investigation. Attorneys for the government apparently looked into the allegation and advised the court and defense counsel that the DEA Office of Professional Responsibility was, in fact, investigating possible misconduct of one or more DEA agents who provided material information to the investigation in this case, including DEA Atlanta Group Supervisor Keith Cromer, Agent Cromer. Now let's get into old Agent Cromer. Let me drink some water. This is going to get real salacious, right? At a hearing on April 27, 2015, the United States conceded on the record that, based on what was known about the internal investigation, all defendants were entitled to a Franks hearing. The United States further acknowledged that defense counsel were entitled to additional disclosures related to the investigation pursuant to the government's obligation under Brady, Bagley, and Giglio. Because defendants had already filed pretrial motions at the time of the hearing, defendants were permitted to supplement their previously filed motions and to file any other substantive pretrial motions that are unrelated to electronic surveillance evidence. At a status hearing on November 4th, 2015, the U.S. disclosed that there was additional information related to the internal OPR investigation as well as criminal investigation by the Office of the Inspector General that had only recently been revealed to St. Louis prosecutors. I guess that's like a ninth inning secret, right? They came out at the end of the game with new information about the investigation as well as criminal investigation of these police. Agent Cromer and some of his direct reports were targets of the OPR and OIG investigation, and documents from the investigation reflect that Agent Cromer contested the claimed misconduct. The United States produced OPR and OIG documents on a rolling basis to defense counsel between February 2016 and early part of May 2016. Evidence presented in the Franks hearing. At the evidentiary hearing, the United States presented testimony of 6 witnesses and documentary evidence regarding the veracity of the statements in the affidavit. Specifically, the U.S. presented the testimony of CS1, who testified about the events of August 5th, 2012, and about the relationship between CS1, Demetrius Flannery, Dion Gatlin, and Fidel Suarez. Evidentiary hearing transcripts, Volume 1, Document 406. We ain't gonna keep doing all of that. The United States also presented testimony of retired DEA Atlanta Special Agent Jack Harvey, Agent Harvey, who testified about how CS1 came to be a confidential source for the DEA. CS1's role while Agent Harvey was the controlling agent for CS1, and events leading up to the OPR and OIG investigations into Agent Cromer and others. Damn. DEA Atlanta Special Agent James Davison, Agent Davison, testified about threats directed to CS1 in spring of 2015 after electronically filed court documents in his case became publicly available. See evidence hearing. Finally, the U.S. presented testimony of DEA St. Louis agents who had responsibility for preparing the affidavit. Task Force Officer Robert Lane, Special Agent Brett Johnson, and Task Force Officer Patrick Buds. At the start of the evidentiary hearing, CS1's identity was established on the record in closed court. For CS1's safety, that portion of the record was sealed, and the court admonished counsel and all of the witnesses to refer to CS1 as CS1 throughout the Franks hearing. That was just a little side note. Defendants presented testimony of 7 witnesses and documentary evidence regarding the veracity of the statement. Oh, we already did all of that. Hold on. Let me get past that. Defendants also presented testimony of DEA Atlanta Special Agent Mara Hewitt, who was the case agent on the investigation for which CS1 received compensation. She got paid for working. So y'all thinking she popping, that bitch popping, she on. She been fucking with them boss niggas. Nigga, that bitch got the big body. She keep her weed whipped and all of that. Nigga try to fuck up on her and you in the streets, nigga, you going to jail, nigga. That's how they out here in the streets working. Thank God I changed my life. But according to Agent Hewitt, provided no known information of value. And DEA Atlanta Task Force Officer Tyler Hooks, who was also involved in the same investigation with Agent Hewitt, see evidentiary hearing. Finally, defendants presented deposition testimony of CS2 and testimony of Agent Cromer's former supervisor, retired DEA Atlanta Special Agent John Murphy. Agent Murphy, what page is this? Agent Murphy, who testified about DEA policies and procedures surrounding payment of confidential informants and Agent Murphy's involvement in the events leading up to the OPR and OIG investigations of Agent Cromer. Based on my observations of the witnesses during the hearing, I found all of the witnesses presented by the U.S. to be credible witnesses, with the exception of CS1. So now they said she is not credible, whose testimony was not entirely credible for reasons addressed more fully below. So they're going to address why CS1 was found not to be credible. I similarly found the defense witnesses to be credible, although their testimony was not always directly relevant to the narrow issues before the court. To the extent a defense witness's testimony was not fully credible, I have noted that below. CS1. CS1 first became a confidential informant for the DEA Atlanta in 2009 when she provided information in a money laundering case, which resulted in the successful prosecution and conviction of an individual named Terry Wright. All the brothers in the pen, if y'all know a Terry White in Atlanta, if that's one of y'all homies that was out there with the movers and shakers, getting to that chalupa, you know what I'm saying? Tell them to tap in. We love to interview them. Although CS1 was not initially a paid DEA informant, CS1's controlling agent, Agent Harvey, put CS1 in for an award that would be a percentage of the value of property forfeited by White because information provided by CS1 was so beneficial that the DEA made seizures from White. So she getting a portion. This is what they doing. She balling. She selling works, lining niggas up, getting paid by the feds. She get a percentage of whatever money that they confiscated from him. If it's $1 million, they paid her 100,000. Shit like that. Oh yeah, I passed on a lick. Man, y'all niggas better stop believing these people. Niggas out in the streets in 2024 and they got the sack. Chances is they working.
Damukiwe conversation.
TFO Fred Swoop and TFO Swoop Supervisor, DEA Atlanta Group Supervisor Keith Cromer, evidentiary hearing. Although the precise scope of CS1's duties after Agent Harvey's retirement is not entirely clear, CS1 testified credibly that she was paid on a monthly basis for things like picking up money or drugs and making phone calls and drug investigations. So this is what they got her to do. Go ahead, go pick that work up. You know, this is the DEA telling her, yeah, you go ahead and go pick that work up. She's authorized to do it. CS, okay. I.e. information that can lead investigators to a drug source and supply in ongoing long-term drug investigations. For example, according to Agent Cromer, information from CS1 that Fidel Suarez, a California-based Mexican national known to law enforcement to be a suspected drug distributor, and Gatling or Cuff were conspiring to engage in drug trafficking activity was the sort of actionable information for which CS1 might receive payment. So she would have got paid for this one. Sometimes after CS1 became a paid DEA informant in violation of DEA policy. CS1 and Agent Cromer developed an intimate personal relationship. They was doing hoochie coochie. So now here come the salacious shit. This the type of shit that fuck all big Rico cases and all kind of shit. In fact, Griselda Blanco, that's how she got deported when they had her on bodies and all kind of other shit. Her hitman was fucking the DA. So that's prosecutorial misconduct. So that's what that should have been on this Cuffy case. Specifically, according to CS1 and Agent Cromer developed a relationship that started as a friendship and evolved into a sexual relationship that lasted through 2012. Agent Cromer admitted that his relationship with CS1 became personal in violation of DEA policy, but denied that it was ever sexual in nature. There is no evidence that either the St. Louis agents who prepared the affidavit or Atlanta agents who worked with Agent Cromer and CS1 were aware of their relationship. Although Agent Cromer testified that all the payments made to CS1 during his or her tenure as a paid informant were proper, testimony of Agent Murphy and TFO Smith, as well as Agent Harvey, called into question of propriety under DEA policy of Agent Cromer's authorization of payments to CS1 on a nearly monthly basis. Testimony of Agent Harvey. In addition, testimony by Agent Hewitt and TFO Hooks suggested that CS1 may have inappropriately received an award for an investigation for which CS2 actually provided actionable information. So he got two rats, she one of them, he fucking her. So instead of giving CS2 his money for ratting and setting somebody up, and they done gave actionable information, he makes sure that that nigga money went to her. Nasty work. Hey, yeah, wake up, man. Y'all going to sleep. I know it's a lot, but we finna get to it.
Damu Keyway Conversations.
Hit that like button on your way in and tell a friend, man. So, all right. So, bam. However, there was no evidence presented to suggest that CS1 lacked personal knowledge of the information incorporated into the affidavit at issue in this case, and or that in providing information to agent, CS1 was somehow taking credit for information known by another informant. CS1's relationship with Flannery, Suarez, and Gallen. When CS1 became a DEA informant, CS1 was and had been a longtime friend and associate of Demetrius Flannery. Specifically, CS1 held Flannery's power of attorney and life rights with creative control, the right to tell and presumably sell Flannery's life story for profit. Those rights, by CS1's estimation, could be worth as much as $1 million. Both Agent Harvey and Agent Cromer were aware of CS1's relationship with Flannery. CS1 testified that Flannery was very well known, and it was not at all unusual for CS1 to receive calls from total strangers asking about Flannery. Hey, what's up with Meech? Because they knew she knew him. They knew she was fucking with him. It was due to CS1's relationship with Flannery that CS1 first came into contact with both Fidel Suarez and Dion Gatlin. In September 2011, Flannery requested CS1's help coordinating delivery of a load of cocaine to be controlled by Suarez, who at that point was already in contact with CS1. So Demetrius Flannery, September 2011, Big Meech asked Tammy to help him coordinate the delivery of a load of cocaine that Suarez was bringing in contact with CS1. CS1 credibly testified that she first met Suarez by telephone when Suarez contacted CS1 to ask how Flannery was doing. Flannery confirmed that he and Suarez were friends and that they had met in the county jail in Michigan. Now, who did they say confirmed that him and Suarez were friends and that they had met in the county jail in Michigan? Big Meech. So what does that mean? How do you think that the police and these investigative people and the courts got Flannery to confirm that he knew the Mexican? That's because he had to talk to the people. Your name's not going to be implicated in crimes in a conspiracy where you're setting it up and the police don't come talk to you. The feds is finna come holler at you with what they got on you. Wiretaps, informants. But he confirmed that him and Suarez was friends. So since he was in the county jail with Suarez and met Suarez, since they did this deal, and since they got busted, Big Meech that had conversations with the feds. I mean, that's cool, right?
Hell no, that ain't cool, nigga. That's bullshit.
I mean, hey, listen, my nigga, but that's Big Meech.
I don't give a fuck. It was Big Sneak, Big Peek, Big Bleep, Big Sleep. Nigga, you talking to them people set niggas up, nigga, you foul, homie.
Now they saying this some nasty work. Hold on. We only got about 7 more pages I'm doing. We can continue this later. I think this is page 13. Yeah, we got 7 more. All right, let's go. So, although CS1 did not meet Suarez in person, she spoke with Suarez by the phone and text. Additionally, Suarez sent CS1 a picture of himself. Oh, this nigga trying to knock her down, right? Why you sending my bitch? Why you sending my bitch some pictures of you, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? And Sometime in 2012, Suarez asked CS1 if she knew someone who might want to buy some pills. According to CS1, she was in a car with Agent Cromer during his first narcotic-related conversation with Suarez. Agent Cromer overheard the call and signaled to CS1 to say yes. She knew someone. CS1 was later contacted by an agent in California regarding Suarez. As with Suarez, defendant Gatlin first contacted CS1 to see how Flannery was doing in jail. Man, how my nigga doing up in there, man? You know what I'm saying? Based on discussions with both Gatlin and Flannery, CS1 understood that Gatlin and Flannery were friends. Initially, CS1, so these niggas is homies, right? CS1's relationship with Gatlin was more of a business relationship and communication centered more around Flannery's life rights. However, at some point, Flannery asked CS1 to connect Gatlin and Suarez, and the relationship between CS1, Gatlin, and Suarez turned to narcotics. So who directed this woman as the voice of him that has his life rights and speaks, move as a proxy or agent of his estate? Flannery asked his bitch to connect Cuffy and Suarez so that their friendship at that point turned to narcotics. I don't think that y'all could deny that he knew she was working. And I know a lot of people go say he still didn't know. Y'all saying he still didn't know? Well, there was a lot of argument about who would know in this paperwork. And that's why we going to read all the way to 20. Let's get interactive real quick because I don't want y'all to stop. Cuff doing 27 years for murder and a whole other conspiracy. He got caught up in with two other niggas from St. Louis. I heard about that. People who never been in street situations ask the most dumbest questions. Field code. The biggest problem I'm seeing is Meech is listed as orchestrating the load, but wasn't indicted. That conspiracy is nasty work. That's a fact, bro. If they was originally going to set up the cartel guy, but instead went for Cuffy, why didn't the cartel guy have him touched? Nobody said that they was going to set up the cartel guy, Lee Tucker. I don't know how you got that from that. I ain't read nothing about them setting up. This nigga really fucked with the Migo. You know what I'm saying? The Migo really fucked with him. Got out and still stayed in contact. He knew it was bread to be had. He just didn't know that they was already, the nigga already had his bitch working. Because people pick and choose. And he was in a FCI. If he hit a pin, the politics be different. Yeah, the USPs and the FCI politics is totally different, bro. You can slide through a low camp, even some mediums, depending on which one and depending on what car. You know what I'm saying? But them USPs, man, them niggas is sniffing out rats every day. If Meech would have got charged and indicted for that, it'd be a different story. But the fact that he never got charged and even now getting let out early is nasty work. Well, I think I can't say the only reason, but I do know that the laws had changed, and that was one of the reasons he was getting out early. But I'm not saying that he wasn't helped out by something to do with this case. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But nasty work. Hashtag ETE. Safety valves is third-party telling. That should have been the title. You right. This is disappointing to see. Yeah, bro. Super disappointing. It's a lot of y'all that will not go do the research or sit there and read the paperwork properly, but will argue and defend based on the emotional attachment. Diabolical. Yeah. Cuff is locked up for the Gregory Griggs and Brian Collins case and for putting a hit on two different people. That's why he's doing 27 years. Cuff fooling people, making it seem like he locked up behind Tammy. bro, you saying that he didn't get no time? I don't give a fuck if this case was dismissed, nigga. Nigga, if the feds said, you know what, Cuff, you already got 27 years, we're gonna just throw this away. Nigga, this investigation happened. Nigga, you just cause I tell right, Yael shot the nigga. I seen him. He had a black gun and this and that, and the police dismissed the case. Does that mean I didn't rat, nigga? These niggas be looking for excuses, bro. Nasty work. She works with the DEA, yeah. Not the first time, nah. What up?
You can finish reading all of it for us?
Yeah, I got about 6 more pages. Hold on. Let me get to a Clubhouse. They trying to get to their business. Let me get through it. All right. However, at some point, Flannery asked CS1 to connect Gatlin and Suarez, and a relationship between CS1, Gatlin, and Suarez turned to narcotics. Telephone toll records reflect that Suarez and Gatlin were in contact with each other on various devices from as early as March 2012 through August 2012. Although telephone toll records show that during that same time period, Suarez and with less frequency, Gatlin were in contact with CS1. There is no evidence to suggest that CS1 participated in any of the early telephone calls between Suarez and Gatlin. In July 2012, Suarez invited CS1 to join him on a trip to St. Louis without stating why he was going to St. Louis. CS1 declined. Telephone toll records reflect that Suarez contacted CS1 while he was in St. Louis. At the evidentiary hearing, CS1 denied that Flannery had any involvement in the drug trafficking activities between Suarez and Gatlin. So at one hearing, Tammy's saying, nah, Big Meech didn't have no involvement in any of the drug trafficking activities that Suarez and Gatlin had, and denied that denied that Tammy ever informed DEA agents that Flannery was so involved, right? CS1 also denied that she ever informed DEA agents that Flannery directed CS1 to connect Gatlin and Suarez, right? So she said, no, I didn't, at the hearing, she said, no, I didn't, Big Meech didn't tell me to connect Gatlin and Suarez. However, this aspect of CS1's testimony is not credible for at least 3 reasons. First, CS1's testimony conflicts with the testimony of TFO Lane, the DEA St. Louis agent who interviewed CS1 about the events of August 5th. TFO Lane credibly testified that during his debrief of CS1, who said something about Blue debriefing? Who said something about debriefing not being something bad? Who asked about debriefing? The debriefers, expose the debriefers. Let me finish this shit. She has to debrief and tell them everything. On August 6, 2012, CS1 told him that CS1 had facilitated the introduction of Gatlin and Suarez at Flannery's request. So now they caught her lying. Oh, Big Meech didn't know nothing about it. And another, she tell the St. Louis people when it was happening, August 5th, that Big Meech told her to hook them up. But you finna find out exactly why she switched her testimony. Second, CS1 testimony also conflicts with the contemporaneous 2011 interview notes of DEA Atlanta investigator TFO Smith, which were introduced into evidence. See Government Exhibit 48. Those notes are consistent with assertions in the affidavit regarding Flannery's involvement in the suspected drug conspiracy. Finally, evidence presented at the hearing demonstrated that CS1 faced actual and perceived threats when court filings in this case revealed CS1's identity. People say, oh, you'll never be able to determine if somebody's a CS or not. My nigga, we hashtag thinkers, my nigga. if you've been through the system and you understand paperwork and you get with lawyers, if right now I sold Yael two zones of crack, and I never sold crack in my life, and they came and told me a CI's told them that I sold crack, it's easy to figure out who the CI is or the CS is, right? Same thing in this. Specifically on February 6, 2015, all defendants in this case filed pretrial motions, including separate motions to suppress wiretap evidence. In March 2015, CS1 reviewed the electronic docket in this case and saw information contained in defendant Gatlin's suppression motion and responsive submissions by the U.S. that CS1 believed would potentially allow people familiar with the circumstances to determine CS1's identity. People familiar with the circumstances of the case can determine who the confidential source's identity is. The same thing in CS2 back. We interviewed Stutterbox, who was the victim. We interviewed Mark Steven, who was the target, him and Shaquille O'Neal, his business partner. The same thing right here, and her rat ass knew off the top. Upon reviewing the court filings in this case, CS1 contacted her controlling DEA agent at the time, James Davison. Agent Davison testified at the evidentiary hearing that CS1 expressed concern that motions filed in this case and the government's response to those motions contained specific detailed information that CS1 feared would reveal her identity or make it much easier for someone to figure out CS1's identity. CS1 panicked and took several measures to try to protect herself. Those measures included contacting the undersigned magistrate judge whose chamber refers CS1 to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and driving several hours to Louisiana soon after learning about the court filing to attempt to see Flannery to try to explain her position and try to deflect any accusations coming CS1's way. So she done went and tried to visit Big Meech because she thinking that now that she's seen the court filing that it's clear to those who know about the case who the confidential source is. Although it appears that CS1 did not speak with Flannery in Louisiana on March 6, CS1's hearings testimony suggests that when CS1 did finally speak with Flannery, he advised CS1 that he didn't want his name caught up in this mess. In addition, let's stop right there because we definitely ain't gonna be able to finish reading all of this shit. We already on page 15, but we finna stop because it's already been 2 hours. I've been cooking, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let's break this down and then we gonna just talk about the snitching shit, period. So initially, she done told the police who interviewed her when the drug deal was going down, she done told them that he needed some money. He told her to put the Migo with his boy, right? So now, after the paperwork drop and she see fearing for her life, she get in contact with him and she tell him he told her not to keep his name up out of that mix. You know what I'm saying? But remember, he's the one that orchestrated the whole connection. He put them with her and the whole dope moves together. This was his dream, his vision. They were his legs. And now they're indicted, except her. And you're an unindicted co-conspirator? You finna listen to the rest of we finna go through the rest of these this chat until the end, and then we going. Chancellor said Meech is just another snitch, just like Rayford Edmonds and Alpo the Rat. All these rats do not need to be glorified by the community, especially helping a snitch make money. We don't support this. I'm with you, Chancellor. These people would defend a motherfucker harder than when They defend their own family. Laugh out loud. People invested in the wrong shit. Vlad. I hope not Brian. Salute to you, homies, from Sweetport, Louisiana. Shout out Sweetport. It's always love from Sweetport, man. Keep your heads up. We on it. Me too. Like the movement. Sucker free Sam. 50 ain't letting Zip go on Vlad. Laugh all out. Question. All you people saying and asking why nobody did nothing. Have you ever did something to these type of people? Nope. And they ain't gonna do nothing. And that's the reason why a nigga do what the fuck I do, man. The streets is really dead officially. You got Blue, who's supposed to be a Crip. Is that what the Crip is gonna set?
Hey, hold on.
Is that what y'all doing, Keyway Pop Star?
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hold on, Damu. This is a Damu Keyway conversation. Hey, on behalf of the Keyways, we do not accept this clown ass nigga Blue DaVinci from BMF, nigga. We don't condone snitching. We ain't counter condoning snitching because a nigga came home. Nigga, I don't give a fuck, and I hope these niggas don't think that a nigga feels some type of way.
I don't know what the fuck that was. Once the guy said, I'm out, y'all throwing jackets on people, this case. We throwing jackets, I don't have nothing to do with this case. I'm reading the paperwork. So if you believe that the paperwork is throwing a jacket on him,
wow,
then yeah, go ahead and go. Enjoy your day, player.
He said, we are putting a jacket on this man when the paperwork is authenticating and elaborating, saying that this man helped like he did this. We didn't do nothing. We just read the paperwork. But before the noise came in, I'm going to say this. We don't counter support no nigga because he came home and he was the head of an organization for years, nigga. Nigga, you knowing about the snitch and still fucking with him, you all bad. Helping the third party snitch, you all bad. Condoning it, you all bad, bro. You all bad on all around, bro. So you don't give a fuck about no Meech coming home, nigga. You help that bitch, nigga. Tell on that nigga. You's a goofy, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Hey, for sure. Pops also said never throw shit away in your garbage when you out here. Yeah, you right about that. Look up Gregory Griggs and Brian Collins. That's the case Cuff doing 27 years behind. Okay, we don't deny that, but he still went through this. You saying this paperwork fake too? Is that your position? Money and fame override foul paperwork in 2024. Listen, Brian Henderson, salute to you, King. You 100% right, homie. And I can't deal with it. I'll be like Yael and cut all these niggas off. If you fucking with rap, bro, if you cool with a nigga getting a nigga and lining nigga up so that he could get out, what you think he gonna do to you? And you better not be hustling with him. You know what I'm saying? And you definitely bet not to knock nothing down for him, nigga. Nigga, you gonna be his get out of jail free motherfucking card. Nigga, them crimes don't have no statutes and limitations. So you niggas that's paying attention, first of all, those that think that that's what's cool, right? I'm glad y'all do. Y'all mind been colonized. Y'all been conditioned to stop resisting, to work with the government. Earlier, I read the Papoose thing, and he said not snitching starts with your morals. No, it's definitely a moral position, but not working with this government started in the slave days. You know what I'm saying? Like the slave catchers, the police department, Boston was the first one, but the police department formed off of what used to be the slave catchers. So naturally, from descendants of slaves in the United States, it wasn't in our interest to ever work with the motherfucking enemy. We understood who our enemy was back then. Now we've been led to believe that we're equal and they're not our enemies. The government is not our enemies, right? While they continue to exploit us. But for those who believe that, y'all better hope that they don't call the wrong president don't get in and they call martial law, the Insurrection Act, and suspend the Constitution. The rights that you employ, the rights that our people fought for, died for, all of these that even Americans who aren't even our people benefit off of. Women's ability to vote, right? All of these things started from the civil rights movement with secured constitutional rights. Well, if the Constitution is suspended because it's martial law, because a president that declared the Insurrection Act, pay attention to the political divide today and the heat with it. But imagine that situation went all the way left in the extreme. And we got to defend our communities. They're telling us that we can't go out and get food. You got to stay in the house. You got the National Guard in the states and all of that. You got curfew. We like, fuck that. Nigga, my people, nigga, me and Marie ain't got no more milk. We ain't got no more water. We got to go get some. And we going to go get it. And we trying to fight. We trying to rebel. Rabble rousers, revolutionaries, which were the utmost praise within our community. Right? The minute that me and Yael decided that we was going to stand for our people and stand for our family, stand for our communities, the same thing y'all promoting, the same thing y'all condoning, the same thing that y'all cool with ain't just a moral position. It's compromise. You're going to have motherfuckers tell me, Yael live over there. He trying to start an uprising in the fields of Massa. Because that's what y'all condition. Working with the enemy. Because that's the best interest of us. The LAPD or the local police department, the feds, they got our best interest at hand. After all these years, you still believe they have our interests at hand. All the niggas that they done killed in the streets shot unarmed black males. And don't forget the sisters too. You believe that calling the police and working with the government and getting your people locked up is the way. Y'all some cowards. Invertebrates. Hashtag invertebrates. Let's go through the chat. Yeah, you want to finish up, bro?
Man, you already know I do, man. Listen. It's sad, bro. This nigga got so much clout. This nigga got so much clout, bro. The nigga he's a famous drug dealer from his time, bro. And he did that. You know what I'm saying? He did what he did. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of millions of dollars. You feel me? He a nigga. But guess what? He did foul, bro. He's foul. And y'all can't see it because y'all got blurred lines. Y'all don't want to see it because y'all so memorialized because this nigga is a pillar of the community who did something, made all the money. Y'all so all the glitter and the gold is in their eyes, bro. They see this shit, they like, oh man, he was a nigga back in the day. But then the paperwork come out with him helping a known federal informant, and y'all cool because he didn't say this, that, and the third, and the person did. Oh, he didn't tell. That person did. So technically, he's still good. No. Real quick, Deuce, and I want to give a quick shout out because that same shit that this nigga condoning, my nigga Eric Stocker is in jail with a co-defendant. Motherfuckers paid the female to get on the stand, and so because they know she did it, and because they didn't do it, quote unquote, oh, this nigga a real nigga because he didn't get on the stand. You knew about it. You knew the lawyer was gonna put her on the stand. You knew the 2,500 was gonna get her to get on the stand, but you niggas still went and did it. And it's the same thing. Niggas went, help this female, help third party a whole situation, and put a nigga in jail even longer. And he knew about it. You just as guilty as the snitch, my nigga. And we cannot accept and condone this type of fuck shit if we claiming to be real niggas. All that shit you slid on your enemies and you get money and you fly. Once you do the foul shit, that shit is out. Though for those who stand on business and morals, for the rest of these old cheerleading, pom-pom, meat-holding, professional meat-holding type niggas, y'all gonna be the type of niggas that's cool with that. And that's why I cut my homies off. Nigga, I ain't never banned from my section. I can go over there when I want to. And when I do slide up over there, nigga, I don't get out the car and shake niggas' hands. You want to know why? Because niggas is cool with the fuck shit. Niggas is cool with that. I'm not cool with that, nigga. I'll never be cool with niggas that's cool with shit like that, nigga. We'll never be the same. And I'd rather be by myself. I'd rather go to work my 16 hours a day, stack my checks up. I'd rather do that, nigga.
Them things looking kind of cheesy over there. No rats. I'm just saying that chalupa stack might look kind of good at the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, slow. I remember niggas have to go rock for rock and get rid of 7 grams, a half when the nigga was a teenager, man. Rock for rock, bro. Slow with the turtle always wins the race, man, for show money. And you going to work, bro, that's going to keep you out of prison, and you don't have to compromise your morals and integrity. I salute you for that, man. Thank God you got other coals in the oven and fire, you know what I'm saying, to try to live the best of your life the way that you see fit with the music and everything else. But to those out there, this is what we're dealing with in 2024. This is what the streets has to offer to you young niggas that thinking y'all finna be trapping, y'all finna be on, y'all finna be living your life. Or if you just on some, nigga, I'm tearing this shit up, I'm drilling, I'm doing this, I'm taking field trips, and that is the trap. So instead of me getting caught up in that shit, I hope the youth could take a message from this, because this is real life. They gonna come with the BMF show, a new BMF show, and exploit the story and monetize it. But this is real life. People is out here working, waiting to send your ass to jail. So till tomorrow, we'll get into the rest of the paperwork, man. Enjoy y'all evening. Salute, Damu Kiwe.